My name is Jin He. I'm Hakka Chinese from Guangzhou, moved to Vancouver about 20 years ago, so I'm working and learning from the unceded lands of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish people. And my family moved here, and I chose the field of architecture to study. So right now I'm working as an intern architect, and through this journey of becoming an intern architect, I'm exploring ways to practice architecture in a way that's more hands-on, instead of really just using the computer as a tool. That's why I'm here with Young Guns to work with the kids, hoping to introduce woodworking as a way of learning about architecture making. So who's Enzo Mari? Enzo Mari is a designer. He's a thinker, an educator, and also what I call a provocateur, which Enzo Mari asks a lot of questions that really inspire me to think about design and what are we designing. Like 50 years since he did this project called Autoprogrezione, question mark. It loosely translates to self-design, and it's a series of furniture instruction that is kind of a concept of open source for everyday people, everyday citizens with basic skills and basic tools to make furniture to furnish their own home. Enzo Mari's work, what I value about his work, I think first of all, his designs are beautiful in a quiet way. That's kind of the product of his design. What lays behind the product design is a very rigorous approach to thinking about the whole process of design, not just the product of it. More specifically, the sourcing of materials, the production of materials, including what kind of labor is involved, who's making the chair and where, and what are the conditions of the laborers. And then you get a product, but also the maintenance aspect, which and the engagement of the user. For example, these chairs, they're highly customizable and repairable. So he's giving design back to the user in a way. So in his approach, design is only design if it communicates knowledge. That really resonates with me, of what design can do and is good for. I think the most fundamental part of a chair is that it's relational. A chair connects the body to the environment. I think a chair is architecture in the sense that it's part of a program of the environment, and it supports whatever function or events that it could unfold, whether it just be resting, or it could be a classroom setting, or it could be a social gathering. I mean, if you think along the line of what Enzo Mari's project, a chair could be a tool for social change. So I think, yeah, a chair can be as basic as a chair, but a chair can also be a tool for anything that you can program it to be in a way. It's also an enabler in a way that if we talk about architecture as community building, I think in this case a chair builds communities. and also it builds knowledge, and it's a tool of empowerment. All that is to say that to try to get them off of their computer screen and have a different mode of making. That is again about relationship, connection, and hopefully it enables them to build knowledge within themselves as a tool of empowerment. Yeah. Yeah, so why are we building with Cedar in this course? Cedar tree is it's a local tree to these lands, which is the Coast Salish on Turtle Island. Cedar tree is considered a creator. Cedar tree has supported their everyday life with clothing, with shelter, houses, spiritual ceremonies, cedar as medicine, as food. I think again it's building a relationship with a specific material. In this case, more specifically for the chair, cedar has the property of antifungal, and it can be used outdoors. Yeah, it just allows more situations for these furnitures to be used in. I chose this project because it helped me a lot to understand the process of making and design, and how they are not, like, the strength of a good design is that the process and the design is part of it, and there's a feedback loop, and and that
yeah. So this
design has no real end. What I mean by that is in these series of chairs, the students are involved in every step of the way in realizing this chair, from first understanding it through drawing, understand its components, and then translating that to making a small model. So going to the lumber yard, picking the material that's required, and coming back to the studio. And how these chairs are constructed is essentially having a hammer, having some nails, and a basic handsaw. So these tools kind of embodies accessibility to making. So which means anyone with the desires to make something, they can get into Enzo Mari's work and learn from the research that he's done in making this project possible for people from all kinds of backgrounds and levels of skill to participate. Those principles that we should be
kind of going along with the theme of like.
So this coarser material.
So the fabric that we share is something that grounds and connects.
There is some care to this course, that it's a slow process, that they are involved in every step that's involved in woodworking. So it's also an introduction to woodworking, and hopefully to empower the students to be more comfortable with making with their hands, with basic tools. Yeah, it's the intention of this course is to share the skill, the lessons I learned from Enzo Mari.